Hey people, this is Pray Love, and I'm going to do another fragrance review. Today I was just presenting Drakkar Noir from Guy Roche, and now in an earlier fragrance, but still an old one, I'm getting back on Amen by Mugler. And I think I haven't done a video about it since Thierry Mugler has passed away. And it was a big news for me because I really like him as a also as a fashion designer and aspiring bodybuilder. Anyway, amen. This fragrance has that complexity of notes that you've never seen before. You can go from like caramel to tonka bean to whatever. And the beginning has the iconic tar accord that people don't really like in general. But afterwards it dries down and gets like lily of the valley and caramel and vanilla and whatever, tons and tons of things. It's a very complex fragrance that smells oddly very good because when you look at it, you're like, okay, it's synthetic notes. It's a pretty cheap fragrance, like it's a really good bang for the buck, like some people say. But this fragrance is like it just smells like everything, and it kind of smells a bit different every time you wear it because there's some notes you catch on more than others, and sometimes it's like very sweet and very like almost gourmand. Sometimes you go more with the florals. Sometimes there's a mix of both. And there's always this subtle, weird, like unicity behind the fragrance that just smells really like amen. It's amen. There's this space like DNA and all those notes that just project at random times, and it's always amazing. And I was wearing it yesterday and I was like, it's it still got surprises for me after all those years and wearing it a lot and everything. um, it just surprises me sometimes. There's always new horizons to discover with this fragrance, new depths to that fragrance, and probably one of my favorite bottle designs ever, the rubber one that I just like to get in my hand all the time. Refillable bottles, if people need to mention it, you can open the cap and refill it, like use a new bottle or refill it or whatever. And this is nice because you get to have the same juice with that costs less when you get a new one. So if you only buy like if you buy just one fragrance forever, you can use that and refill it, and it's gonna be even cheaper than when you bought the bottle, which is pretty cheap. I think it goes around $100 in retail, um, and like that's Canadian dollars. In the US, I think it's probably more like 70, 75 retail. I think I bought it for 100, and it was like a set with that and deodorant stick and perhaps a shaving cream or a shower gel. I don't remember. It's such a long time ago, but I think it was like $100 Canadian, so less in US dollars. Um, this fragrance is it's one of my classic um, Swiss knife. I really like that fragrance. I think it's pretty. It gives off a very powerful feeling. It's pretty dark, but it just works in any situation for some odd reason because you're like you cannot wear that in summer, and I've been rocking that in Los Angeles when I went, and the sun was killing everything, but I was rocking that fragrance, and I still rock that fragrance during the summer high heat with humidity and everything. it's still nice, you know. It's still an amazing, you know, an amazing fragrance, and it kind of just reacts to the situation and gives you the best it got, you know. I remember like yesterday I was wearing it, and when I got the tarot card I was like, oh, I'm not sure, maybe I should have put another fragrance. I don't want to have too much of a deep fragrance, and it just turned out to be like flowers and a bit of sweetness, and it was amazing. But dark, it's always dark because it's Amen. This base DNA is a bit tar like, and it's Amen. That is Amen. And yeah, my wife, she likes it a lot too. I've worn it several times, and every time she gives me a compliment, and she's like, "Oh, you should wear that fragrance more." And it's like and herself, like she's like, "Oh, really? It's the same as the other day." Like it's completely a mind blowing fragrance for me. Um, if you want to know like exactly what it smells like, the only way, like I'm just a fragrance reviewer, I cannot just bring you the scent, and I cannot describe exactly the scent with Amen. There's tons and tons and tons of notes. It's an oriental fragrance. There's honey in there. You know, there's everything is there. If you want to smell it, just go and smell that. Um, it's a fragrance that got out in '96, and just go on and smell it. Like this is, if you're into a fragrance journey, you want to get into fragrances. This is one of the fragrances you want to reach out for. Just check it out. Try it on your skin. It reacts to skin. Everyone is different for that. And this fragrance, everyone reacts completely differently to that fragrance. The skin, it's amazing. And try it on yourself and try to figure out that tar like dry but sweet but juicy but everything kind of vibe that it has. And it's dark and it's mysterious, and like you're gonna get to be someone really interesting wearing that fragrance, even though it's been out for like 96, since it's 27 years, and still today it's worn by several people, but most importantly, it has never been accurately copied, not to my knowledge, and also it's not as popular as any of the other ones. You know, like at the same time there was Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. Like everyone has smelled Le Male at some point, but it's a bit more rare to smell that one, even though it's a classic. It's still a classic, and it's kind of the polar opposite of Le Male. Um, Yeah, and I wanted to make this connection between like Drakkar Noir and Amen because both are like there's tons of notes, tons and tons and tons, and they have that very special, unique essence, like DNA to them that makes them unique. And I think that Amen is probably like it's kind of like if it was the the child, you know, from Drakkar Noir, because it's like tons of notes and it's got that complete, but it's not shaving foam and it's not completely shower gel. There's a bit of, you know, soapy vibes to it, but not that much on the Amen. Not as much as in Drakkar Noir, but it's got that interesting, completely unique vibe to it. That Drakkar Noir kind of lacks because it's something that everyone has smelled, but this one, it's gonna get you somewhere completely. It's gonna get you to yourself, you know. It's gonna get you to this. I don't know. Just get it. Just smell it. Is it unisex? It's called Amen. Uh, yeah, I mean it's. I think it's a smell that I associate a lot with men in general, but it's perfectly wearable for a woman, and it's there's the flowers there, and even for the like more feminine women out there, there's some latitude to it that, you know, it's kind of a dark oriental, very sexy fragrance. Anyone can be like mysterious and sexy. So just anyone can rock that fragrance for sure. I associate it more with men because it's kind of um, dry and tar like. It's, you know, but tar and dryness is not typically masculine. Anyway, I'm not sure where I'm getting with that, but this is just awesome, and it's unique. There's only one amen. It's this one. Spread love and spray love. Bye bye.